so short right now.
I know.
Can we just do it lower? No, I'm as low as I can go.
Not
there we go. You're in Ellen's chair. She always has it as high as she can go.
There we go.
Remember this thing I was telling you about?
Oh, the actual
part that makes it so we're normal height people. You gonna keep that in? Maybe. We'll see.
What up, y'all? KMB the Sexy Ninja.
And I'm Flex.
And we're talking about Money in the Bank. Not the pay-per-view. Just the match itself that took place this past Sunday. Also, real quick, congratulations to Becky Lynch. So let's jump into the Money in the Bank match. I want to get your thoughts right off the bat.
So, my biggest, my biggest take from it was that WWE is running as well and as fast as they can with this whole, well, we're not live right now because we don't have an audience. Mm-hmm. So they're taking it as far as they can, and I mean that in a good way. I really did enjoy most of this. There were some parts that I was watching it, and that wrestling part in my brain was going, this doesn't make sense. Like, even for a kayfabe perspective, it doesn't make sense that Asuka was in the elevator, got up, got out, was running down a hallway while everyone else was still fighting, and yet suddenly everyone's right behind her as she runs and talks to the custodian about the floor mopping. Where you'd think there wouldn't be the question of, I'm looking for the roof, it's, I'm just going to keep running till I see a sign that has stairs.
Well, the thing about it that made me laugh is a lot of them, when they find somebody, they're like, where's the roof? And I'm like,
up? you know what I would have given this a flat out 10 out of 10 if the entire time there was one extra person in the Guys Royal Rumble and it was Santino Marella and he was just climbing up the side Batman style.
Oh my goodness.
Just climbing up the building the entire it takes from cutting into the fighting that cuts to him on the outside.
Almost there. Almost there. Like he gets like real tired, or she gets real tired, and then he pulls out the gold brush. Hey.
And then just gets up there, and the moment they get up there, Corbin just throws him back.
Well, Corbin's wanted for murder. Not really.
2 counts.
They showed up on Raw, so I wish they kind of like play that out a little bit more.
But they didn't do that with AJ Styles with The Undertaker either.
Yeah.
Like when he gets killed by The Undertaker, he's back on Raw.
Well, what I told you happened with Ray.
Yeah.
They're like, we threw him off a roof, and now we're just going to take his eye away.
We're just going to ruin his career the best we can. Make him realize it's time for him to stop.
For me, I loved the Money in the Bank match itself. I thought it was one of the greatest things I've ever seen. Just because I'm just like, you guys are just, you guys are not afraid now to take these steps to be like, you know what? We are in a pandemic and we need to entertain people, so we are going to do what we can. Shoot this thing from top to bottom. Put a musical score under it. Weird cameos out of nowhere.
Well, and it was the complete lack of commentary. Like, we talked about that.
Yeah.
We rewatched it yesterday, but we talked about that, and that was a good thing. Like, I don't feel like the lack of commentary distracted from this in any way, because it's one of those, yeah, it'd be kind of awkward if they were talking about, hey, look at Dana Brooks being an idiot.
Yeah.
Like, it's not the worst thing that there was no commentating. It's just one of those things that was really weird that once Asuka won, suddenly they come in and start talking.
And I think that wasn't really them talking. I think it was just a quick clip, because it's Michael Cole real quick. Congratulations to Asuka. Then it's over.
Which we need to talk about that moment too.
Yeah.
Of Baron Corbin being an idiot. Where I was watching, oddly enough, I don't really watch a lot of people's other reviews on stuff, but I did watch someone talking about Money in the Bank, and they said that Asuka attacked Corbin, but like, no. Asuka was going up there on her own to go grab this thing. Corbin runs up and starts like, no.
Yeah, and the first thing, the wifey was like, wait a minute, why? Why are you, wait, there's 2 briefcases there. Like, one's for you and one's for me. You take one, I take one.
But I thought that would have been a cool moment to have them both get it simultaneously, even if it was Corbin. But I think it would have been a cool moment to have both of them, like, together, cool! But when I watched this match the first time, I didn't watch the whole rest of the Money in the Bank, so because it didn't really interest me that much. But I really wanted to watch the Money in the Bank match, and I missed the intro part. And I was thinking, like, did I miss a part where they say the person who gets it first gets something? So then I rewatched it, and I'm like, no, there's no pro or con to being the first person to get one of the briefcases, like, guy or girl. It's when you get your briefcase, you win. Well, let me rephrase that. When you get control of your briefcase,
because
you win.
Because Otis, the thing too is I've told everybody Otis is my spirit animal. I love Otis more than anything. So Otis winning the Money in the Bank, I was very happy. But seeing all the haters online just bash it, and for some weird reason comparing this to Jinder Mahal winning the world title, and I'm just like, and then people are like, and if you don't like that, and if you
because like Jinder Mahal, WWE is pandering to all the fat people in the world now, not just all the Indians in the world.
And I didn't mind Jinder Mahal's run, and it was just one of those things. Was just like wrestling fans can be so like hardcore, like you either like it or you don't. And this was kind of like, you know what, this was creative. I didn't like the way they're like, oh no, that fell out of their hands and Otis had control. I'm like, what is this, football?
Well, so I don't know if it was you or my wife that said this, but someone was saying that what was it? They were saying that it's so weird that you can just get the briefcase like that now. Like, that wasn't... You thought that there might have been co-winners. Like, it would have been Baron. Didn't you think it might have been Baron?
Yeah, well, when they first took the titles down, when I watched it, I was like, oh, okay, so I guess there's going to be somewhere. Wait, why is it? Oh, he got hit with the... It's going up. Oh, Otis cashing in automatically. Like, ding, 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 ding. I was like, whoa, what? And then out of nowhere... Oh yes, but Otis had full control of the case, so he won the Money in the Bank. And I'm like,
when was that ever an established or an unestablished rule? Like,
I'm happy that Otis won, but the food fight though with Otis was great. Oh.
It was just the cameos were just a bit too much at times.
Brother Love, I didn't mind. I think Doink was the only one I was kind of like, okay, at least Brother Love was like, he's like, hey Ray, love you too, and then that's about it. And then when Vince made sense with The Office, Doink was just like,
we did talk though about Stephanie's, how we didn't believe that was done in the same place or at the same time.
Oh, you could obviously
tell. It's her standing there in the white background, and it's so close cut to her. There's no pertaining as to what's actually going on around her. So it's just like, somebody, like, my question was, who was that supposed to be?
I think it was Stephanie, and maybe they're like, oh, this scene, like, it's funny, but we need to make it funnier because, there's really no context of why you have a Money in the Bank briefcase. They probably shot the whole thing, put it together, and Vince, Stephanie, they're like, well...
Can we make it funnier? Yeah. Can we talk about Nia Jax drilling into the carpet?
Yes, and clean it up because it's disgusting.
Yeah. Like,
and Stephanie does not sell it whatsoever, like she's actually there. She says, hey, it's not the Money in the Bank briefcase. This is my favorite line, though, was, this is the Money in the Bank...
conference room.
Conference room. I'm like, yes, of course. You guys have Money in the Bank's conference room.
No, so... the other thing was, with all of the obviously pre-recorded parts... Well, it was all pre-recorded. But, like, the parts that made it super duper obvious, the part with Nia when she puts Carmella through the table, and they take the picture of her putting her into the table, then they take down below the perspective of Carmella on the ground with Nia Jax over her, and then they have another one that's, like, to the side of Nia Jax looking up. And you're like, did you really need 3 shots?
Of her putting through the table?
Well, it wasn't even her. Only one of them was her putting her through the table. The other ones were her just lying on the ground, having been put through the table.
Maybe to the score? I don't know. I hope they release the score.
I don't know. But it was then that took Carmella out of the fight. Like, we didn't see Carmella after that.
Then the whole AJ thing with Undertaker was great.
That was pretty awesome.
AJ selling it. No.
I want there to be, like, so many that it kind of gets like he starts like, I know that's a painting now, or I'm not afraid of that anymore. Then the Undertaker actually show up
Yeah.
Like, imagine if this year's the 2021 class, the Hall of Fame class, included the Undertaker, but the way that was introduced was to scare the crap out of AJ Styles.
No, do you know what would be awesome? They have AJ Styles, like, AJ's come out, he's doing his heel thing, he goes, ha ha ha, I get to announce the next Hall of Famer for the, you know, blah blah blah, ha ha, I got the privilege, Vince McMahon loves me, and it's the
Dong. And the lights go out, and just, no.
no.
Oh,
But-
speaking of the good reactions to things, Carmella, when she tried to kick... I'm sorry.
I think overall I was happy with both endings though. I like Otis winning. I love that Asuka, because I keep mixing up Ahsoka and Asuka for some reason.
Yeah, I wasn't even gonna bring that one up in this one, but
Yeah.
one other thing. Again, this was another thing that either you or my wife mentioned was. Someone questioned me as I was watching it when the briefcase falls and Otis catches it. One of you guys was just like, "How many takes do you think that took?"
Or how much editing skills were they like had the close up with? Because clearly at the first time it looks.
I don't know, and it throws off the. I mean, how are you supposed to smoothly do something like that though? But again, it wasn't live, so they had a lot of opportunities where. Now I just see Vince behind the camera the entire time. God! Do it again, AJ! Again!
It's 4 in the morning.
Yeah, we need it to be dark outside. We're gonna be here all night until you get it right. And Baron, sell that hit from the guitar.
And murder those two.
Yeah. Murder them again.
No, their explanation last
Bring
night.
them back up.
Explanation on Raw.
The other roof.
Yeah, they said, oh well, there was a second story to that roof, so they're cleared to compete tonight. I'm like, oh, I wish you played it out. Like, no, and have like the police arrest Baron on Raw. I mean, like you.
But imagine though, if that had just flat out been the case, if they played it off real well, this was a chance for Mysterio and Aleister Black to have some time off, and then Baron gets arrested, the King becomes a pauper,
Yeah.
and suddenly you're at this new Baron Corbin coming back, maybe as a face that's understandable.
Yeah.
And then you have Aleister and Ray coming back as a tag team heel team?
You never know. But overall, I love
Black Mask.
I stopped in that goosebumps right there right when you said that. But overall, Money in the Bank, I did enjoy it tremendously. I thought it was fun, especially watching the second time with you and us, making fun of the certain things and still loving the certain things. So overall, I thought Money in the Bank, the match itself, I didn't watch the rest of the pay-per-view, but I thought the match itself was great.
I thought it was good. I thought, again, it's like the whole John Cena versus The Fiend thing, where you're like, this was something that would never happen if they were trying to live film on TV.
Yeah.
But given the world's state, the pandemic going on, they're doing real well with what they have available.
Yeah.
And I like the idea. It's something that you think if this had happened, I don't know, 20 years ago in the Attitude Era, how much worse it would have probably been as far as the physical beating
the budgets
people.
and...
Well, not even that. I'm talking like how much more graphic it would have been.
Yeah, that's
People would have
true.
gone through walls, through windows. Someone would have probably broken an elevator.
Oh, the Attitude.
Shane McMahon would have jumped off the top of the whole building.
Yeah. Well, they would have shot that and had it in slow-mo, then cut it to the point, and they're like, nope, he's dead.
Shane is not coming back.
He was on the other side of the roof when we told him to be on this side of the roof. Yeah.
We had the crash pillow down here. He just went off the other side.
But let us know what you think of Money in the Bank, the Money in the Bank match itself. Like and subscribe, share it with your grandma, share it with your grandpa, share the bum down at Walmart. I am KMB, the Sexy Ninja.
And I'm Flex.
All right, y'all. Peace.